And now to 2020. Democrats are considering a challenge to John Cornyn. He's been shoring up support here in the state for months now. Still, Air Force veteran M.J. Hager and former state senator Wendy Davis from Fort Worth might run against him next year. So where is Cornyn vulnerable? Is he vulnerable? Patrick Svitek is in for Ross Ramsey this morning. Patrick's byline has been on almost every dateline in the state. Good morning to you, Patrick.
Good morning.
We've seen the senator shore up support here, and Republicans seem to genuinely like him. Is he vulnerable at all?
You know, I think the opening that Democrats see is not necessarily the candidate himself, but the environment that potentially awaits them in 2020. They look at what happened here in 2018, which was the offseason. It was a midterm cycle. They see how close Beto O'Rourke got to Ted Cruz in the U.S. Senate race. They see all the down ballot gains that happened in the shadow of that. And they think with presidential election year turnout in 2020, we can do even more. And so I don't necessarily think at this point it's driven by the candidate himself, although certainly Cornyn, I think there may be some unique qualities about him that may draw Democrats to him. But I think at this point, they're just looking at the broader political landscape in Texas in 2020, and it does look very good for Democrats right now.
Interesting. The state Senate here in Austin, it postponed a vote to confirm David Whitley as Secretary of State because Democrats oppose him for botching the number of non-citizens on voter rolls. Question is, will he get confirmed eventually in this session, do you think?
Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty about when the Senate Nominations Committee will vote on his nomination, if they will vote, if they have the votes to advance him to the floor, and especially if he ever gets to the floor, whether he has enough support on the floor of the Senate. Now, the Senate can basically just sit on this nomination, and if they don't choose to vote on him, he can serve until the end of the session, and then Governor Abbott would have to appoint someone new. That's one potential scenario, just to basically let him serve until the end of session and then go through a transition. But right now, I think there's a lot of uncertainty about what the path forward is for his nomination.
All right, Patrick, thanks a lot. Back to you in a moment. The president